I have to apologize ahead of time because I only called him Matthew when I was mad at him. So, Moo, please, I apologize. It was really hard to even think of just one situation when, all the memories we had. And, I can do it. I remember thinking back to senior year, we were doing calculus homework together, and Matthew was we could not figure this problem out. And I kept telling him, I was like, this is a formula, this is how you do it. And he's like, no, we're going to do it this way. And he just completely pulled, I don't know what he did, but he got the right answer. And, as a math major now, I'm like, how long it took them to figure that out. And Matthew just 5 minutes with it. But, that was Matthew. He always did things his own way. And I feel really thankful that I got to meet him and, see the people that he did change. I know one time he told me that he met this complete stranger and he just welcomed him right in. He was on the very wrong path. He actually just got out of jail and actually out of the hospital and because of his problem. But next time I knew this guy was in trade school. He was, has completely turned his life around. And like I said, that's Matthew. That's one story, but I can't count the number of people who come up to me, even while he's still alive, just like, you're not a great person here. And actually, Elaine and I actually went to so many meetings with him that we're actually asked to participate. But, that's not the point. I was there for him for a lot, but he was there for me even more. We went to Seattle about a month ago to go see his sister Laura. And I was just so happy he went with me because I know I couldn't have gone if he wasn't there for me. I just have this big fear of flying and it's it's across the country. And he held my hand, literally held my hand the whole way. I started freaking out and he would just, play games with me, ask me if he'd completely take my mind off of it. But, that's the point, He's always there for me. He's always a shoulder to lean on. He always holds my hand. I'd like to finish off saying an Irish quote. Death is nothing at all. It does not count. I've only slipped away into the next room. Nothing has happened. Everything remains exactly as it was. I am I, and you are you. And the old life that we lived so fondly together is untouched, unchanged. Whatever we were to each other, that we are still. Call me by that old familiar name. Speak of me in that easy way that you always used. Put no difference into your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnity or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes that we enjoyed together. Play, smile, think of me, pray for me. Let my name be ever the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without an effort, without the ghost of a shadow upon it. Like means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is absolute and unbroken continuity. What is this death but a negligible accident? Why should I be out of line because I'm out of sight? I am but waiting for you for an interval somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well, nothing is hurt, nothing is lost. One brief moment and all will be as it was before. How we shall laugh at the trouble of parting when we will meet.
Hi everybody. Unfortunately, I did not know Matthew growing up like a lot of you in here, but I was really blessed to meet him 2 years ago through Tristin. The first thing that really comes to mind when I think about Matthew is that smile of his. I honestly can't recall a time I didn't see him where he wasn't grinning from ear to ear and just laughing so silly. Honestly, everybody needs a shoulder to cry on, but for me, Matthew was way more than that because that takes a listener, whereas Matthew, you'd be receiving endless amounts of compassion passion and effort, making sure that you really would be okay. To me, he was always representative of a calm in the storm, meaning he was in the middle of it right with you. He was there to bring peace and comfort, even if just for a simple moment. And I honestly think the reason why his friendship was so unwavering, his compassion so endless, and his heart so vast, was because he found his faith in the Lord. Me and him used to text each other throughout the day. If we saw scripture we really liked or we thought resonated to each other, we would read it to each other to try to understand it. I can't really tell you the specific moment that led up to it, but one day I was with, and he asked me to go to church with him in the morning. And honestly, at college, I can say that wasn't my first priority on Sunday mornings, to wake up and go to church, but I was really compelled to go with him. That morning we drove out to a building called Olympia. It was like black as could be. It looked like an old warehouse run down, and for some reason there's a strength of unity in it, and we were compelled to go in. I'm not really going to get into detail about the sermon and stuff. It was a great one, but that was one of the most personal experiences I've ever shared. We left that day, and he was so happy. And I can honestly say he had such an unquestionable faith about him. The reason that I wanted to share this was because I know that he wanted the Lord to shine through him, and I promise you it really did. Every memory I have of him is like a stepping stone into a fulfilling life that was and is still filled with light and love. With every step he took, he was holding his hand out for anybody who was in need. His passion for unconditional forgiveness, unwavering empathy is why so many of us in this room are so heartbroken. To find an individual so selfish is truly a rare thing, and I don't think really any of us are ready to let that go. But I wanted to share this. The night that I found out Mooers had passed away, I had a dream, and he was sitting. And I walked up to him, and I wrapped my arms around him, and I said, "Please don't leave." And he laughed, and he said, "I won't." And I repeated again, I said, "No, Matthew, I'm serious, please don't go." And he said, "I'm right here." And honestly, I wanted to share that because it's not a dream, because with Matthew, that was reality. He was right there. So I love you, Matthew. I thank you so much for being that calm in any storm.